Hi everybody, it's been a while, but I'm back again. It's been about 4 weeks since my last update. So, obviously, since I'm back, uh, there's obviously been some stuff that's needs to be talked about. Honestly, it's been fairly positive, really positive in some areas, and very exciting. So 4 weeks ago, I had started my T blockers, and it was a low dosage, and that's right around the time I had to give all that blood, and yay. But since then, I've had my original dosage doubled, and in 2 days, it's going to be doubled again. So, yay. um, for being on the T blockers, I've read like a lot of different things about the effects and what people go through and things like that. And for me personally, I haven't really noticed a whole lot of stuff, except I go to the washroom so much more, so much more, which is okay unless I'm stuck in a car. Then it's not so okay. Um, um, Obviously, some the male anatomy that I'm unfortunately still stuck with um, is being affected, which again I'm fine with. Uh, me and Anastasia knew this day was gonna come too, so it's been good. Yeah, I'm excited to kind of get to where they want to try and get me to, which will be starting, like I said, in 2 days. Um, since then, also, I've gone for my second appointment for hair laser removal, and it's been really good. This time, when I went in, my mustache was coming in a little thicker, right? Because the first time I went in, I had, yeah, long story. But anyway, she focused a lot more on that area, and she hit the areas that need to be hit on my face. And to be honest with you, again, I know the camera's not gonna really show it very well, but it's really made a world of difference. Like for me personally, I've seen it, and well, I've dealt with this for a very long time, so I know the differences. Um, but Anastasia and other people that deal with me on a regular basis have definitely noticed. And the first treatment we know is like I said in the previous videos, bigger patches coming in. Now I've got like huge areas that are extremely like smooth to touch, and that's how I know that I'm not gonna have issues with, yeah, beard stuff and blech, right? Since then, I got I got to meet my doctor. Like I said before, my nurse practitioner is the one that's going to handle my medical care and the prescriptions and stuff like that. But I still had to meet the doctor, the actual doctor herself. Uh, and I did that last night. And oddly enough, we went to high school together. Talk about a small world, eh? Uh, which, honestly, I'll be completely truthful, it made me feel so much more comfortable, um, because I know she knew me, right? It's been quite a few years since we've seen each other. Um, so we were able to talk about things, and we went over a lot of things that we did before, and it's important that she knows me because she's going to be helping me in some of my later things I'm trying to do, like the SRS, for example, right? Like she's going to be instrumental in that. So, um, but she started me on estrogen. That's right. So today, technically speaking, is my first day of taking estrogen. Now, like she said, she wants to start me at a low dose, just make sure everything's okay, and then we'll increase it. So if everything goes right, I have a blood test on the 31st of this month. Today is the 19th. So, hopefully I don't have to give 9 vials again. Yeah, I didn't like that. But after that, on the 7th, June, I have my appointment with my nurse practitioner again, which is when exactly I thought they would start the estrogen, but from what the doctor was saying, was that when I go see the nurse practitioner, and depending on what the blood work says and how I'm feeling and how everything's been going, because it's gonna be about 3.5 weeks away, um, my dosage will probably be raised. Again, it'll all depend on what's going on at that time. So I'm just happy. I'm ecstatic to actually have started it. Like it's happened so much sooner than I thought it would, and I'm grateful. I'm totally grateful for it. So it's, I know, a new chapter in my life. I'm starting my puberty part two, because the first one wasn't quite right. But other than that, home life has been very good. Um, Anastasia's going to be doing a video soon. I've been kind of on her tail for it, but it's an important one, and it'll make more sense if you see it. So for me, I've been busy with that information that Anastasia is going to share. But I'm still working at the papers. You know, what are you going to do? But I had a bit of an incident. It'd be about 3 weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks. Yeah, 2.5 weeks, somewhere around there. I took a temporary leave from Voyager. Uh, I had a few unpleasant experiences that happened, and it just became too much, and I had to step away from it. But I will be returning in the new school year, which is going to be good because by that time I would have been on the hormones for 4 months, somewhere in that ballpark, and hopefully I look a little better. I am improving, and I know I am, but I've noticed I've been very hard on myself. I actually read a post where this trans lady said, "I still see him," and that's exactly how I feel. I still see him. So, but I know it's gonna take time and that. But again, I'm not very patient with certain things, especially this. But it's a serious thing, and it's gonna take time because I want to do it safely. Um, I got my next appointment for my third hair removal procedure again at the end of the month, the 27th. Um, there's other appointments, but again, I'm gonna have to let Anastasia share that. For me, my hair is starting to get to a point that it's really curly and stuff, so it looks shorter than what it is, but I'm gaining length, which is really, really good. And then with this, not so intense anymore, again, giving me confidence. And I've been working on my figure, I guess would be the best way to put it, and I've been getting progression there. I'm actually even getting development here. It's nothing to write home about, but I'll take every little bit that I can get. I'm really excited. It's been good. It's been good so far. Except there's been a couple times since I've talked to y'all last that I've had to deal with some not so good stuff. Like I said before, I'm very blessed in the life I live and where I live and all that, and the people in my life. Where other transgenders aren't so lucky. But unfortunately, I ended up having a conversation with a childhood friend of mine, and I've known him a very, very long time, and it was very disconcerting for me. It was heartbreaking for me. It honestly, and I know everybody has their opinions, and everybody has the right to their opinions, but I found the attitude he was carrying very mean. It didn't, to me, personally, it didn't look like he was interested in learning or trying to understand. I don't necessarily want you to agree, but yeah, it was heartbreaking and it still messes me up a bit. Every once in a while, I still read the conversation we had because it feels unbelievable, and I know it's hard to understand. You know, you grew up with me, and like I said, I was seen as a little boy, and I tried to fill those shoes as best as I could. So it's a real mind screw for some people, and obviously him, which is odd because he did make a comment that I'm not quoting exactly here, kind of like, that, obviously we're a minority, a very small minority, and that's why should the majority, referring to himself and others that feel that way, have to bend for us, kind of thing. Again, I'm simplifying the conversation tremendously, but then I thought about it, and if I took all my friends, everybody that's known me, grew up with me, whatever, make a list, he's the only one that's reacting that way. Now, I'm sure some people have the certain feelings but are keeping them more reserved and trying to be supportive for me. So I find that a little strange. So that was emotionally hard for me. I've had to deal with some really nasty stuff online, um, from people. Actually, really hurtful stuff. Um, it really bothers me when people call me a tranny, or he, she, or a perv, or a man in a woman's dress. And I just want to make a side note on that point is I've never worn a dress. That's something I'm working towards. I'm just not comfortable for that. So that's even more insulting when they say that. Um, but other than that, I've been trying to work through the hate. Anastasia's kind of gotten a little upset with me because I've been reading a lot of stuff that's been very negatively focused towards the transgender community, and I'm very emotional, and I take a lot of that very personally for the obvious reasons. I'm a good person, and I didn't ask to be born this way at all. But this is the cards I was given, and I have two choices, generally speaking, and what I can do about it. I can continue living the lie I was living, which I can tell you it was extremely damaging, and it would most likely end it, um, in tragedy, which is no good. Or I can accept that I am what I am and who I am, and do what I need to do to be more comfortable with myself, and that's what I chose to do. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of people seem to forget the point that, um, transitioning is extremely hard, and and I'm just meaning that for the individual, like ignoring all the bigotry and hate and all the craziness that's going on out there around us, and you look at the individual for what they have to go through. It is excruciating. You know what I mean? So it's not an easy road. It's not a joke. And I think a lot of attitudes make it sound like it's a joke, which again, really, it really bothers me. But what can you do, right? Try to educate, try to share, and I try to do these videos to get people to see that it's not as simple as some people want to paint this whole thing to be, right? Um, I don't know what else to really talk too much about because, well, I do, but I can't talk about it right now. Um, but y'all find out soon enough. But for me, I'm positive. I'm trying to stay in a positive place. There's a lot of good stuff happening around here, um, and I'm making big steps. So I'm really excited to see what the future has for me, and I hope really deep down inside that this helps somebody, anybody out there. Um, I try to put my heart into this. I did want to take a moment and thank everybody that's been supportive to me, uh, from my online friends to the friends that I've had since I was in elementary school or high school or what have you. Without all your support and love and kindness and listening to me cry and bitch and wondering why I'm so hideous looking and will I ever reach where I want to be, um, they've listened. They never judged and they kept on, showing me the love, and I'm entirely grateful for that. Um, I'm indebted to these people, every single one of them. So, um, I don't want to make this one too long, and I think I have the actual good opportunity to accomplish that goal. I'm sure after I'm done, I'm gonna watch this and go, "Oh crap, I forgot a bunch of stuff." But I love everybody out there, even the ones that think I'm a perv or some freak or whatever it may be. I still love you, even though you can't seem to show that love this way. Um, I hope you take care of yourselves, and remember, if you're just opening this door for yourself, it's a scary experience. And throughout the process, there's a lot of doubt, especially if you have a lot of resistance against it. Um, you are special. People are out there to help. People are out there to love you for you. And you're not a freak at all. At all. It doesn't matter what anybody else says. Surround yourself with positive people that love you for you. And that's what you want. And I'm lucky I have that around me. Um, oh yeah, I did forget one thing. I started the paperwork to change my gender marker and legally change my name. So I just started the paperwork, so that's about as far as that's gone. So I will love you all. I hope you take care of each other, respect each other, and make the world a better place for everybody. And I hope this really helps you all. I love you.